Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
There we go. We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, you're gonna have some fun today, Tim. We got some NHL to talk about, and it's only a 5-game card, and that's it. That's all we got. And we do have 2 bowl games, but we're not really covering bowl games on the channel or on the live shows. We do free pick videos for those. I'm on UNLV -3 for what it's worth today. That's my only play in bowl action, the LA Bowl there in SoFi. So we'll recap yesterday, and then we will head into today's action here. Slight down day. It was looking good until the end, where the last 3 games really killed my profitability for the night. Started off college basketball, winner with Florida -3.5. Loser with Charlotte -11.5. Winner with St. Bonaventure -6.5. Florida State -11 comes through. Dayton -10.5 loses. Mississippi State -19.5 was a winner. Valparaiso +21.5 loser. ULM -3.5 loser. That was all college basketball. College football had 1 play. Isolated it to just the team total over 31.5. And depending on the line you got on Memphis, you either won, pushed, or covered. They landed on 5. I saw some closing numbers of like 5.5, 6 for Memphis. So depending on what you got, it's depending on how you did with that. NBA lost the only play of the day for me. OKC -4.5. They lose by 16. So that's pretty bad there. In the NHL, Montreal +114. Nice winner there. 6-1 win. Islanders get blown out 4-0. Glad we didn't go to that game. New Jersey -1. They come through with a 4-1 win. And then the end of the night's what killed me. Seattle in the over. They get shut out, lose 3-0. And the Sharks lose 4-3. So kind of frustrating there. Another just like a poor end to the night. Really killed my night, down 1.61 units, losing the last 3 plays of the night. So kind of annoying there, but overall, just a slight down day. Could have been worse though.
I'm trying to pull up exactly where we started. Because we start 17th. We started with the Thunder, who could not get the job done. They scored 81 points.
Yeah.
I believe they hit 5 3-pointers the entire game.
Ouch.
So unfortunate there. But at the end of the day, it's the in-season tournament cup. No one really gives a shit. Gators winner, Charlotte loser, Bonnie's winner, Dayton loser, Seminoles winner, Mississippi State winner, Valpo loser, ULM loser, UCLA winner. So it ended up being we had 9 plays, 1, 2, 3. We ended up going 5-4 in college basketball. We'll take that. Hockey went 2-1. Easy winner with the Canadians. The Sabres team sucks. Give up. Go home. Devils -1. Well, the Sabres are now last place in the Eastern Conference.
Ouch.
Devils -1. Speaking of the worst, now we got the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. How about I said the New Jersey Devils are going to go on a run, and they're going to go on a run here.
And then it was never the Kraken, never the over, never the Sharks. So ended up being, I think, a slightly down day with everything, but could have been a lot worse. We'll go say hi to the chat, which just seems to be a bunch of coyote. Mm-hmm. Checkers and reg. I'm guessing that's
AHL.
There you go. Bunch of hockey stuff, college basketball stuff. Memphis team total over. Nick, do you have a recap of the chat?
I will update all the numbers today. I've slacked a little bit on that, but I will have it tomorrow. I promise.
Unbelievable.
I know.
AHL plays bowl game. Yeah, I kind of leaned. I kind of leaned James Madison too, but I did a free pick video on it. I'll probably end up putting a couple bucks on it. Best Sport is back with your bowl games. There you go. Unreal comeback for the Bruins.
Wow.
There you go. No NBA today. No, I don't.
Nice.
I have not looked up anything to do with soccer lately, and I'm not going to. So sorry to disappoint. Preds beat the Rangers. How about Preds puck line last night, Nick?
Hey, I wanted nothing to do with that game, and I'm totally happy watching the Rangers lose.
There you go. Yeah, I know I would have a bigger audience or whatever if I did soccer, but no, I'm just not that. Yes, I know Lane Hattie. How did the Kings lose?
They scored less points.
They scored less goals than their opponent. OT boys. Up 2-1, then in the third, somehow 3-2. What happened to lockdown defense? Apparently, it wasn't locked down.
It's a pretty simple solution there. Yeah.
Sens minus 1.5. They are a good team.
Yeah, they've played really well lately. They're in a playoff spot.
Kansas State Chokers. St. Bonaventure, we can talk about how this team handles business. They're good. Nice shutout win for the Canes. Luckily, we didn't go to the game last night.
Yeah.
Maxim, whatever.
Siplikov.
There you go. Sounds good. I was hitting parlays yesterday. Tampa Bay Devils, Canes, and Bruins and Sens. So does 446 support the channel every day? It seems in the comments. He'll do the comments, but he won't do anything else.
He'll show up after the game is almost over and then criticize your plays, but he won't be here before the show starts to tell you his plays.
Yep.
Let's get started. Yeah, we have 5 games in the NHL. We have the Detroit Red Wings and the Philadelphia Flyers to start off. The Red Wings minus 110, total of 6 in this game. I had the Flyers around minus 115, minus 120 favorites in this game. I have this game projected for 6.4 goals, 6.41. So I'll lean towards an over in this one here. It's not the greatest of hockey cards. I have moved on one play so far. The Red Wings are 12, 14, and 4, 12, 17, and 1 over under, 6, 7, and 2 at the pizza box. The Flyers are 14, 13, and 4, 15, 15, and 1 over under, 7, 5, 3, 8 on the road. So they are a sub 500 team on the road this year, the Flyers, and they're a sub 500 team at home, the Flyers. So actually, if you count, I'm talking more money line than spread there, or than NHL 500. The Flyers are coming off of a 4-1 loss against the Minnesota Wild. They won their previous 2 games against Detroit. They just beat Detroit here not too long ago. So you have a little short-term revenge here in this one as well. For those who like to cap that, the Red Wings have won 2 of their last 3 games. The only game they lost was against the Flyers. They beat the Sabres in a shootout. They beat the Maple Leafs 4-2. Which that win against the Sabres snapped a 5-game losing streak. So this has been a Red Wings team that struggled as of late. Is this a game I'm getting involved with? No. Pretty simply, no. I would lean Red Wings because I could see this game being one of those short-term revenge spots because literally they just played 6 days ago on as a 4-1 game. So I can see maybe a flip here, maybe an over because we did see that last game go under, which actually the more and more I look at it, the more and more I like the over at 6. Around that minus 110 mark. That would be my lean in this game if I'm getting to anything in this spot.
I will say I have my eye on a play on this card, and I probably and I kind of had my eye on a play from this game because the more I've been kind of looking at it, I like those revenge spot angles, Nick. I know you know I like those. I kind of want to go to Detroit puck line here. It's around plus 220 because this game's a pick 'em. I could easily see this game flipping because, we just saw Detroit lose in Philly. Now it goes home. I could see Detroit taking this one. Detroit is coming off of a nice win, though, versus Toronto. So you got to keep that one in mind too. But I think this could be a good spot for a revenge spot angle, as you mentioned with the Detroit Red Wings. So you know what? Short card today. Let's grab the Red Wings here. Puck line plus 220.
There you go. Head back to the chat here. What's good, Drewski? Starting with the NHL, hell yeah. Yeah, there's no NBA today.
Yeah, I was about to say, what else are we starting with?
So tomorrow is going to be an interesting show with 13 NBA games and then tack on another 9 NHL.
Have fun.
And Thursday Night Football.
And I'm driving home from Greenville tomorrow.
Oh, fun. Okay. I'm running it by myself. Cool. Kind of wanted to take Flyers money line. Flyers are nothing. Over. I could see that. Wings puck line. Over 6, yeah. Larkin anytime goal. Flyers minus 102 there for Coyote. We'll move on to the only game I have action on. Watching this line drop. Oh, no. Actually, no, it's not dropped. Never mind. It's right around where I got it last night. Let's get into it. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Stars. The Stars minus 130 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. And yeah, the Maple Leafs have been doing pretty well as of late. But when you look at their advanced analytics, they're slightly below average. 3.24 expected goals for, 3.4 expected goals against. So they're slightly below average there. The Stars are starting to pick it up a little bit. 3.39 expected goals for, 2.65 expected goals against. My metrics have this game around Stars minus 160. So I do see value here on Dallas in this game. And that's exactly where I moved in this game. I'm on Dallas at minus 135 here at home. They're 13-3 at the American Airlines Arena this year, so they're a really strong home team. They're 19-11 overall. The Maple Leafs are 19-10-2. They're 5-6-2 away from Scotiabank Arena there in Toronto. So this is a team that does struggle on the road against a Stars team that's really strong at home. I got the Stars last night at minus 135. Took a shot with them there at that number. That's where I'm on for this game. Little Dallas Stars on the money line action here for me.
I would have to go. I would pop the puck line if I was playing them. Could we be interested in maybe a Dallas money line plus the under? This has been a Dallas team that's been a really strong under team. They've gone under in 7 out of their last 8 games. And the one game they didn't go under, they scored 6 goals by themselves against Calgary. You look at how Ottinger's looked. 3-1 win, 2-1 win. The ugly game against Nashville. 6-2 win, 3-2, 3-2, 2-1, 3-1. Like, he's been really, really solid. I could see Dallas in the under and like a 2-1 win kind of deal. That or take an alternative under with this game under like 4.5. I could easily see a 2-1, 3-1 type of game here. That's the only way that I can really get involved in this one is either correlating it or going an alternative under, because you look at Toronto too. Although they went over against Buffalo, before that they had gone under in 6 out of 7 games. So this has been a Toronto team that's been going under a lot lately too. So maybe Dallas in the under or an under in general or something of that nature.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm just going to ride with Dallas here in this game. I got them at minus 135 last night.
Okay, go for it.
Let's get back into the chat here. You like OU money line college basketball?
It was a lean towards Michigan.
Flyers game over 6 minus 104. Stars money line. Star smash. Nylander anytime goal plus 140. Matthews plus 128 anytime goal. Have to take him when he's still at plus money. Fair. Stars money line minus 130. Jason Robertson anytime goal 2-1. I can see the draw here. No Stolar is his. He's out for I believe 4 to 6 weeks. Anthony Stolarz, which is a shame because he's been awesome for the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. But it is what it is. Let's move on. Toronto and Dallas is fun. I kind of want to call this the game of the night, though. The Florida Panthers and the Minnesota Wild. Minus 135 for Florida, total 5.5 in this game. It's a tricky spot because either two teams I'd rather bet on than bet against right now. The Florida Panthers, their metrics are starting to look like they did last year. They've won the expected goal battle in 9 of their last 10 games now, and the only game they lost the expected goal battle by 0.24 goals. So less than a quarter of a goal. 3.373 expected goals for over the last 10 games on average, 2.217 against. They're over a goal better expected goal metrics wise. And I understand why they're the favorites in this game. I do. I have this game priced Florida minus 130. That was my spot. That was my projection for this game here. I have this game and why is this? There we go. I have this game projected for 4.67 goals. Or 5.467 goals. So I think that 5.5 number is correct. I think this minus 130 number is correct. This is probably a good step back and enjoy this type of game because these are two teams that are really, really towards the tops of their conference. I think the Wild, I think, can make a little bit of a run this year. The Florida Panthers just won the Cup last year, the Eastern Conference the year before. So these are two teams to definitely keep an eye on. But as for betting wise, I got nothing here because I think this line's priced correctly.
I'll go after something in this one. I think it's a letdown spot for Florida after beating Edmonton last game, which was the rematch of the Stanley Cup. And I know you probably don't see this that often. I mean, Minnesota is a dog here. I think they win by the puck line. Do you want to take a guess on what the puck line is today?
Plus, let's see, that's a 5.5. It's going to be even better. Plus 280?
285, according to Bovada. Give me the Wild here. I'm taking a big shot. That's going to be my 2 plays for today. Taking plus 220 on Detroit puck line and plus 285 on the Minnesota puck line, and that's what I'm going to be rolling with for NHL today.
I don't hate it. Take shots.
And if I hit one, I'm profitable.
True. Head back. We have 2 more games remaining on the card. Wild money line in plus 125 in a war. Yeah. Panthers money line. Max Zuccarello assists plus 125. Kaprizov anytime goal. Marco Rossi point. Faber assists. Good morning, my brothers from another or potentially. What's good? Stop Geo. Panthers puck line plus 185. One thing that's ultimately keeping me off as well of the Panthers or would keep me off the Wild is these two teams played earlier in the year and the Wild won 5-1. So we'll see. Canucks and Hockey Club. We have the Utah minus 115 words there. Total of 5.5 in this game. I have this game projected for 5.9 goals. So I thought this line should be closer towards a 6 in this one. So kind of interesting seeing a 5.5 there. We're seeing a lot more 5.5s is one thing I've noticed, especially when we're seeing more lower scoring hockey. Like we're seeing more shutouts lately and stuff like that. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. I have this game projected for Utah to be around minus 125, minus 130 range. So I do see value here with Utah. This line has moved, and it's moved into the correct, actually. It's moved the correct way now because now I'm seeing minus 120s, minus 125s for Utah. And I 100% agree that that's exactly where this line should be. Here's the thing, though. If this is going to sound weird. I'd be more interested in Utah if this was in Vancouver. Because Vancouver can't win home or struggles at home. They're 10-2-1 on the road, though. So this is not a team I want to fade when they hit the road. There's road Vancouver is one of the best teams in hockey. If only home Vancouver could be an average hockey team, then we would be talking about this team being a Stanley Cup contender. But with that being said, no interest in this game whatsoever. I think this line move is correct. At minus 110, minus 115, I probably would have a little bit more interested in Utah. But at minus 125 ranges now, minus 130s, I'm starting to see not something I'm really interested in. It's a simple layoff here for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with my 2 hockey plays for the day, and then kind of just move on to tomorrow, where we're gonna have a shit ton of NBA action. Also, we have a decent amount of college basketball today, so I'm cool with that. No real need to kind of dive deep into this one. It would be Utah or nothing, and puck lining Utah is plus 210, so that's kind of interesting. But for me, I'm going to stick with the Wild and the Red Wings today.
That works. Head back to the chat and one more game.
There you go, Nick.
Decent CLV from yesterday. Flyers moneyline plus 106, Panthers minus 120, Coyotes minus 105. Hell yeah, there you go. Why don't you guys show records anymore? I need to sit down and update it. It takes a minute for me to update the records, so yeah, we will in a little bit, or I just have to sit down and update the records. Is really what it was. Hey, Tim, check out who's in the chat.
Hey.
Shout out to everybody. What's up, fellas? What's good? Razor Sharp Picks. Robert on the Canucks. I feel like we should break this one out. If I can find it. Where is it?
Can you really not find it?
I think I just skipped over it. There it is.
By the Vancouver Canucks.
There you go, the Canucks.
The Canucks. Over 5.5. Utah Hockey Club puck line. Dylan Gunther anytime goal and Logan Cooley anytime goal. I'm against Tim.
It happens.
On every play.
Cool.
UNLV money line college football. I took the -3. I took the -3 on UNLV. Quinn Hughes assists -143 as well. Last game of the night, we have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Anaheim Ducks. I forgot to punch in the numbers for what do you call it? The game last night because these two are because the Jets did play last night, the second half of a back-to-back for the Winnipeg Jets. They're coming in off of a 4-3 win against the San Jose Sharks in their last game. And I've made references, or not references, but I've mentioned plenty of times how the advanced metrics on the Winnipeg Jets have not been good as of late. They're improving. Still, they have a few really ugly blemishes within the last few games. It's really kind of tanking their number down. Honestly, I would need to punch in my numbers here in order to figure it out, but I guess it'd be dog or pass here. I don't like the situation for the Winnipeg Jets. They're coming in on a second half of a back-to-back, and I believe a third game in 4 days. And they're laying $1.80 on the road. So this definitely would be Anaheim or nothing. The ultimate question is, can you trust Anaheim? A team that has lost 8 games in a row to the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg coming in, winning. They're not third game in 4 days because they played on the 14th, not the 15th, against Montreal that game. And they've played better as of late, Winnipeg. I was able to fade them a few games in a row when they faced Vegas, Dallas, and St. Louis. But since then, I mean, the only game they've lost was that 4-1 loss against Columbus and then an overtime game against Vegas. They've been playing better as of late. So ultimately, a no play for me. I just don't see the value in the Jets at all. But on the flip side, I don't want to trust Anaheim because this is a team that is they're off a nice win, 4-3 in overtime against Columbus, but they lost 5 in a row previous to that. So not particularly a team I think could potentially take advantage of that situation. So ultimately, no action here.
I'm going to be happy with sticking with just the Minnesota and Detroit picks today and the, I believe, 8 picks we have in college basketball. So I'm happy with all those. I'm not really going to jump and get involved in any more than I have to.
Fair. Yeah, I already did that one. When's Ehlers coming back? Got me. I need to take a deeper look into that one there. Winnipeg team total over. Jets -1.5. Ducks suck at hockey. Fair. The Ducks GM hates Zegras and trade him already. Like, let's move on already from him. Ducks puck line. What about the under 6? I can't trust an under with the way the Ducks are playing defensively. They've given up 3.933 expected goals against over the last 10 games. Defensively, they've been horrible. Pass. No. It'd be over or nothing. Alex Killorn, under 1.5 shots on goal. Kyle Connor is even money again for any time goal. Fair? But that is everything for today's card. Only 25-minute show, but it was only 5 games in the NHL. So, yeah, Tim.
There you go. Make sure you guys, if you're interested, become a member of the YouTube channel. You guys get access to the card every single day. You guys get access to free pick videos early and to the contest, which right now is what Coyote picks in you, pretty much.
Basically.
And anybody with a heartbeat can probably come in and win this at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Early access to free pick videos and the spreadsheet for all the college basketball, which just to give you an idea of what it looks like, I'm going to pull up yesterday's. Just so you guys can see what it looks like is you get our line on it, which is this G column, what we think our line should be, what the actual line is, and then how much the value. Like how yesterday we saw 4.1 points of value on Florida. So we take Florida. I mean, Charlotte didn't work out. St. Bonaventure. We liked St. Bonaventure yesterday. So this is the spreadsheet that you guys get every day. So sign up to become a member of the YouTube channel. It helps support the channel. We do appreciate everybody who does. But that should do it. Yes, Marcos, your Bucks won the meaningless tournament. Don't worry, they get to be like the Lakers of last year, where they'll get eliminated in the first round of playoffs. Anyways, yeah, you say Bucks every day. What's your point? But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.